She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
Hi, welcome back to another What I Ate in a Week. Are you surprised? Because I am. I haven't posted two What I Ate in a Weeks back to back in the longest time ever, but y'all were so freaking kind and sweet to me on the last video, so I just kind of had to. So Monday, we are starting with poha and butter toast for breakfast. This bread was kind of tough, so I had to chew a lot, but the butter definitely made it a lot better. Then I had a couple of these aam papadas and the sunlight was just way too pretty for me to not film, so I made chocolate chunk matcha blondies, also known as matcha brunette, as named by one of you on my Instagram reels. Oh, follow me on my Instagram. I've been enjoying making reels way too much, so yeah, go follow me. First, I mixed all the wet ingredients together and then the dry. These brunettes are going to be super fudgy and gooey because of all that butter and sugar that goes in there. I was also very confused between white chocolate and dark chocolate, but then I went with a lot of chopped dark chocolate because I don't care what anyone says, dark chocolate is superior. I transferred to a parchment lined baking tin and then baked at 180 degrees Celsius for approximately 35 to 40 minutes. I chopped these into squares and then served with ice cream because nothing tastes better to me than hot brownies with ice cream. I made chili oil, for which I ground up some dried red chilies, added that to a bowl along with chili flakes, blended garlic and salt. Then I heated about half a cup of neutral vegetable oil, added a cinnamon stick, a couple slices of ginger, a bay leaf. Just listen to it. Wow, that was amazing. I combined 2 tablespoons of fresh chili oil with a tablespoon of soy sauce and a tablespoon of vinegar, mixed really well and added boiled wheat noodles, topped with sesame seeds, and yum, this was my 6 p.m. lunch. Guys, I'm so sorry. I know I said I'll give you my mom's chola bhatura recipe, but she literally made it while I was out with Cookie for a walk. I promise I'll include it in a future across the globe video, so just don't be too mad at me. For breakfast on Tuesday, my mom made aloo pakoris because the weather was just so nice and cool. I ate them with ketchup and yeah, Cookie wanted some too, but no. For lunch, I made onigirazu, which is a Japanese rice sandwich. I never made it before, so I was super excited. I sliced a mini cucumber and peeled a radish. I had already prepped my rice in the morning and it's essentially just cooked sushi rice mixed with vinegar, salt, sugar and black sesame seeds. To make the sandwich, I spread an even layer of rice on a nori sheet, put a layer of radish, a layer of cucumber, cabbage, kimchi and finally more rice. I closed it up and also wrapped it in a cling wrap and then cut through the middle to get this extremely beautiful sandwich. I served with a side of Southwest Chipotle plus mustard sauce and yum, delicious. 10 out of 10 recommend. For dinner, we ordered North Indian food. Here we have garlic naan and masala kulcha as the bread, dal makhni, paneer butter masala and paneer tikka masala as the veg, and also crispy chili baby corn for starter. We cut up a papaya in the morning which wasn't sweet enough, so we just froze it and I used that along with some protein powder to make a smoothie. I also added a square of matcha brunette which I pulsed exactly 3 times, poured into a bowl, topped with peanut butter and cacao nibs.
Every day be the same. Living like this, testing all my patience. Need a bit of you every time I drink.
Oh, don't mind me, sweater weather is here for me already. I have been watching a lot of Lisa's YouTube shorts and she inspired me to play around with rice paper rolls. So first, I cooked up some vai.
They all want something now. I don't got
Then I wet a rice paper in hot water, added crispy chili baby corn from the night before, some boiled beans and yellow lentils, and finally the noodles. Lisa rolls her rolls with just one hand, but I'm not there yet, so I used both of mine and made 3 of these. Also had some small YY noodles with soup on the side and our beautiful chili garlic oil.
My fam on my spine, green be getting sliced like a lime. Never ever meant to be so sad.
For dinner, I decided to make baked nachos with salsa and cheese sauce. I wasn't going to make the cheese sauce, but my mom wanted it, so I did. First, I kneaded a dough with all-purpose flour, corn flour, salt, oil, a pinch of turmeric and water. Then I kept it on the side while I made a spicy tomato salsa. I blended up 3 tomatoes, 1 red onion, a couple of green chilies, some garlic cloves, a handful of coriander leaves along with the stems, salt, pepper, chili powder, and the juice of 2 lemons. Don't judge it by its color. It's as flavorful as you can get from simple, easy ingredients. I kept it in the fridge to cool while I made the cheese sauce. I melted a tablespoon of butter and added about a cup of milk. Then I added 4 cheddar cheese slices, a cube of cheese, and a handful of diced mozzarella cheese. To season, I put in some onion powder, popcorn cheese powder, salt, pepper, olives, and cornstarch slurry. You literally do not understand how much flavor the popcorn cheese powder adds, okay? Like, just trust me on it. I was patient and was hence rewarded with an extremely luscious, thick, creamy cheese sauce.
Need a bit of you every time I drink like a lime.
I rolled out the dough, cut it roughly into triangles. We are here to have fun. Who the fuck cares about same size triangles except for mad angles? I baked until they were baked and crispy and then served and devoured. Now, before we move on to Thursday, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. I worked with them twice before already. Absolutely love them. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. They have thousands of inspiring classes on all sorts of topics, including illustration, productivity, and editing. If you've noticed, I'm really bad at uploading videos on time and in general, like staying productive and on top of my to-do list. So I took this class called Project Management in Real Life, Simple Workflows to Achieve Your Goals by Nikki Henderson, which helped me out a lot actually in like sorting a bunch of stuff out. What I love about these classes is that most of them are less than 60 minutes, and plus there are literally no ads whatsoever because Skillshare is a space solely curated for the purpose of learning. I feel like every single one of us is creative in some way or the other, and this is a great platform for you to explore your creativity, which is why the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box get a free monthly trial of Skillshare. You're welcome.
It was late at night. You tossed and turned as thoughts began to play. How can this be life?
I started by making a crispy aloo tikki patty to make a breakfast burrito from the leftover dough and sauces from the previous night. I mashed up a potato with a fork, seasoned with simply salt, pepper, and chili powder, oiled my hands to shape this mash into a hash brown shape, coated in panko bread crumbs, and then pan fried in oil. I fried them till they were a stunning golden brown. In the same pan, I tossed in some crumbled paneer and shredded cabbage, let it cook, and then made a big tortilla. I assembled by spreading a layer of that creamy cheese sauce first. Then I added the aloo tikki, cabbage and paneer, boiled kidney beans and tomato salsa. I wrapped her up, toasted slightly in a pan, and then finally served with more cabbage and tofu and aloo tikki.
Is this the world you pictured here before? Struggling to find some sort of reason behind this need to survive.
For lunch, I had 2 parathas with dahi, suhali, mirchi achar and bhujia.
When daffodil skies, they bloom
I went to a friend's place where I had Maggie and Bye and wafers, and that was Thursday done good. Because I love the papaya smoothie bowl so much, I made something with a similar flavor profile for Friday breakfast. I boiled oats in water, then I added milk, strawberry protein powder, and a little drizzle of rose syrup. I don't know if you can hear that, but Cookie is snoring right now. It sounds so funny. Okay, back to the food. I topped for the last two matcha brunettes, peanut butter and cacao nibs. For lunch, weirdly, I was craving soup. Not a thick, creamy soup, but a light, watery one. And I am someone who does not drink soup at all unless I'm sick. Because fight me, but soup is such a sick food and not an everyday one. So I boiled cabbage and carrots in water, added a bunch of different seasoning powders and miso paste. I took some of the boiled veggies out and mixed in with paneer, chopped water chestnuts and chili oil. Then I stuffed them as my rice paper dumpling filling and assembled my bowl. We have boiled ramen as the base, the veggie miso soup, rice paper dumplings, and finally some more chili oil. I kid you not, this is one of the best chili oils you can make at home. It's so simple and it's so freaking good, and it can literally take any dish up a couple stars. Trust me on it, okay? I had a double chocolate chunk cookie and it was so good that I decided to make chocolate bean bliss balls because the brunettes were over and I need my dessert, okay? I blended up some kidney beans, added coconut flour, cocoa powder, honey, peanut butter, combined it well and then put in a few drops of vanilla essence, a splash of hot water and cacao nibs. I shaped these into balls, filled a few with almonds and then coated in melted dark chocolate. Topped with salt, just a few minutes in the freezer and they are good to eat. And 3 of these were my dinner. So yeah, okay, bye!